Hi everyone, I thought today I would try and test some of the armour I've been making. Both my unriveted chainmail and my PVC plates. As you may know, I've been doing a pseudo-medieval armour out of heat-shaped PVC as opposed to steel plates for ease and availability. So I want to test some of that today to see how much they can actually withstand both the PVC and the chainmail. So I'm going to be using my cold steel katana machete because I don't want to use one of my real swords on the chainmail and chip the hell out of it. And I've also got a knife so I can see how resistant they are to stabbing. Right, so I'm going to need something I can put the armor over to test.
That's it, I'm out of here.
What I'm going to use for my flush analog is a roll of Devon. It's just a recomposited sandwich meat. It's really cheap and I like it, so after I'm done testing it out, I can eat it. So I'm going to first try it with PVC pipe, see how well that stands up to a good hard swing with the katana machete. Then I'll duct tape the section of chainmail to it and see how well it resists. Whoa! Stopped it! Give it another one. I was worried about that. I had a feeling that would happen. The Devon is a bit squishy because it's made out of meat. So I think it would bounce a bit, which is why I put duct tape on. Can't see through it. It did not penetrate the armour. Didn't penetrate the armour. There's no light coming through. Put some gashes in, but maybe only a millimetre there deep, and about the same on the other gash. That would not penetrate, but you would feel it because of the shot going through, unless you put a lot of padding underneath. But I'm feeling pretty good about this armour now that I've seen it stop the katana machete. Didn't want to test one of my real katanas out on it just because, well, really didn't want to run the risk of chipping them out, especially on that chainmail. So let's change over to the stab test. Let's just try it without the meat underneath. But again, no penetration. Not quite sure how deep those are, but maybe 2 mils they look like. That one there's really superficial. That one maybe got in 2 mil. Maybe 1, so not very much penetration into the PVC. So I'm really pleased with that performance and would actually feel a bit more secure now I had this stuff on. But you would still be feeling it because there's no padding underneath. But that is a great result. Now let's try the unriveted chainmail. Now I will point out that a lot of people in historical circles really do frown on unriveted chainmail. So this is unriveted chainmail. It's a link of steel and there's no riveting. So when you rivet them, you would get them to overlap, put a pin through them and rivet that pin. So you would have to do a lot more work. So that's a lot of extra work and it makes a much stronger chainmail, though historically it was just referred to as mail. I've done this using, I believe it's 2.5mm thick galvanized steel wire for my chain links, so it is pretty tough. But I want to see if it can stand up to any kind of use, because I've seen some people with smaller chainmail just stab through it with a knife if it was unriveted. However, I think that would be just because it's a much much thinner wire used to make their chainmail. So I want to test it out before I go full scale making unriveted chainmail to see if it's strong enough or if I have to put in the extra effort to rivet it. So I don't miss. Nope, I missed. Alright. Well, you can see what happens if I miss and don't have chainmail, so that was definitely expected. That was looking pretty good. It wasn't cut. Doesn't look damaged. However, because the cut was right next to it, it did crumple. Now look at all of that. The force of it pushed, well, it was already cut because I missed the first one, but the force did definitely leave an indentation in the Devon. Some of the links look like they've opened up a bit and would need to be reclosed. Like there's one right here that looks like it's opened up a bit under the force. But the chainmail did stop that strike. So if you're wearing this chainmail and got hit by that, you probably get a real nasty bruise. But if you weren't wearing it, it's a lot worse than just a bruise. So, you know what? I'm pretty pleased with the results from that, but we still need to test it for see how resistant it is to being stabbed. Alright. Yep, we got some penetration. It did get in. Alright. But not very deep. As you might imagine, that really is not deep. That is, ooh, that would be a bleeder. That would definitely be bleeding nasty. But it's only down about 1/2 centimeter, so that would really hurt, and you'd be bleeding pretty bad. And just hope it doesn't hit an artery or anything. But yeah, I get to eat floor meat later. I'm not seeing any broken links. Wait! What the? Is that hole there? That wasn't there before. How did that get there? Not seeing any missing links. But it has forced them apart. So I don't know. It almost looks like there's now one missing, but it has definitely made its way through there. Forced its way. So it may have just forced the mail out of the way. So I have to look out for anything trying to stab. But other than that, I'm pretty impressed with it. So, alright, so I think I'll go full scale with the unriveted chainmail. Just hope nothing tries to stab me, and because it was still able to resist being hacked at quite well. So that is the total penetration through the chainmail. You see it's not that deep, didn't go all the way through. If you had padding on, it would be a bit less concerning. Unless that hit something vital, that could be kind of nasty. But yeah, better than what would have happened with no chainmail at all. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I got some meat I've got to go wash, so see you. Hope you have a good one. Bye.